Good morning, everyone. This is the Kingsburg Downtown Business Improvement District Advisory Board. 8:02 on June 2nd. Would like to call the meeting to order. First item is to approve the agenda that is before you.
I make a motion to approve the agenda.
I second the motion.
Moved and second, all in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Now we have public comment. Any public comment?
Yes. Yes.
Good morning, BID Board. It's Lauren Nickel from the Kingsburg Chamber of Commerce. Wanted to give a big thanks to the BID for partnering with us on the Cal Euphoria Instagram collaboration. I think we were able to come up with something that was satisfying to both parties. It was about the festival broadly, did not focus on one type of business. I wanted to just formally say thanks to Quinn Hurt, who does your contracted social media, for maintaining that relationship and coming to us to share that. So thank you for that. Thank you for all the partnership with the Swedish Festival. I'm proud to report that we got back in touch with Visit Fresno County and asked them to pull the traffic counts, demographic data for the car show and for Swedish Festival. They will come out and present those findings at our board meeting in July. It'll be the second Tuesday, and we would like to invite you to come to hear that. That's all I've got. Thank you so much for being great partners.
Thank you, Lauren. Any other public comment? If not, our regular calendar, we need to approve the minutes from March 3rd. Is that correct? From March 3rd? Why am I looking at the wrong one?
The minutes. It's right behind the front page.
Yes, I'm sorry, April 7th and May 14th. Can we do that in one motion?
I make a motion to approve the minutes as submitted.
Second.
Moved and seconded, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Oppose. Next thing on our regular calendar is Quinn.
Cool. We have power. Morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I was very eager to talk about this is our Q1 report. So January, February, March. Q2 is going to be fun to talk about after July when that quarter ends, because those are our big event days. But overall for Q1, everything was looking good. This is a photo here from our, I guess I jumped the gun a little bit. This is technically a Q2 photo from the spring stroll. Two lovely ladies repping some merch out downtown walking about. So that was fun. Yeah, Abby, if you wouldn't mind, or tell you what, I can still have mouse spring if you like. All right, typical goals, analytics, which we all know. And if you guys ever want me to go over these more, feel free to stop me. Okay, this is just a general overview right now of where our page sits as of recent. Instagram, you know, over 6,600 followers. Facebook at 2,800. So the interesting, and you'll see this in the in our graphs down here, but Facebook really had a really good Q1. Well, Q1, but Q2 in particular, which once again, we'll save that for another time. But that was in part towards the car show and whatnot. We can get over that, talk about that. Here's our overall views for Facebook and Instagram for those first 3 months of the year. So once again, the views are anytime someone's looking at a post or going to our page. So if you know, to break that down in a 3-month period on Facebook, you had over 300,000 people look at a Kingsburg downtown piece of content. So you can look at those as almost, you know, leads to some degree or eyes on the content, which is all really good. I mean, that's a lot of people. And for Facebook in particular, you know, up 100-something% content interaction. So that's people commenting, sharing, liking, engaging with the posts. Really good there. And the visits for Facebook in particular were up 40%. Instagram, you'll see there's some drops. You know, I was talking to Lauren about this initially, but we have seasonality with these pages, and I think we all know that in our different businesses. Following the big Yule Grounds Fest and Christmas and all that stuff, that January, February, March period after sometimes slows down a little bit up until Q2 when we have Spring Stroll, Car Show, Swedish Festival. So still growth, we're still growing in followers and whatnot, but when you compare that to the previous 3 months of competing against Christmas, it's going to show a drop there. That basically happens every year. Nothing to be concerned about, still growing, but something to be aware of. In the case for you guys for implementing, if we ever did as the bid, if you guys did decide to add another event, maybe that January, February, March time period would be a good time to do that, since the rest of the year sort of gets booked up with other events. From a social media perspective, I don't know how that works for your business wise with foot traffic and everything, but yeah. So, any questions so far on this content? Good. Okay, this is the fun stuff, getting into top performing content over those first 3 months of the year. So the big three were Ideal Home Bakery. We made a reel highlighting their pan dulce and their traditional sort of Mexican pastries, baked goods. And that reel alone gained us 125 followers off that one post. Over 50,000 views, a bunch of interactions. And that was a simple reel, just highlighting the bakery and, showing the colorful pastries. There's a big Hispanic presence in Kingsburg, of course, and I think that has a huge role to do with it, so people love seeing those things that, they can relate to. So second one, Bella Bakery ribbon cutting ceremony with the chamber, hosted by the chamber, and Lauren was up there talking. That one did really well as well. Gained over 124 followers just off that post alone. And I believe we should have I think we collaborated with the chamber on that post as far as sending them the invitation to join. So hopefully that's trickling down to you guys as well with some of that. Another thing to keep in mind with collaborations, if you initiate the collaboration, you can see those analytics. But in the case of, say, Lauren, if she's accepting it on the chamber page, she doesn't have access to these analytics. So moving forward, if you ever want to see those things, just let me know. Yeah. Third post here was that also did well, that actually gained us the most followers out of those posts, was the new antique shop that I believe is run by Jill, I think, on the corner there. And so I had a lot of followers, et cetera, a lot of views. So that did really well, highlighting the shop in that space. A lot of people didn't know that it was open. They didn't know that, there was some type of antique shop, here. So that was good. And then these three, just to keep it short and sweet, these are sort of the fun ones. We did, this first one here was with Julianne. We did some Armenian culture for her wine room. And yeah, 14,000 views, 17 follows for our page.
I only got 17 follows. I'm not sure how I should feel about that.
Yeah.
17 new follows. I know, but I'm just saying.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, no, and I
I'm
hear what
just
you're saying, right? Compared to like the big ones, for sure. Yeah, you think, oh man, that's not a lot. But typically if we got say 4 or 5 follows per post that we do, that's sort of our standard. So you can think, you did 3 or 4 times that amount. So you can look at it like that. Okay. But once again, like a lot of really good feedback from that post as far as comments and messaging. People didn't know the history, the Armenian ties. And so I think that's the one thing that separates us, compared to other pages, is our Kingsburg Downtown does talk a lot about history. We're collaborative and our sort of community tight-knit environment. It's not all just pressing people to buy something or sell something. So anyway, great engagement with that. Sort of the collaboration theme there. June Hess opening up that's the second one there, her opening up her box of Swedish coffee from the Tada coffee roaster folks over there. They sent her a cute little note, hey, snowy greetings from Sweden. And so we caught her reaction live on camera. So people have seen, those genuine, authentic moments, and thus, decent performance for a post like that. So that was good. And then good sort of, I was just calling it a community post. This one was with Steve and Michelle when Steve was representing the Lions Club and handing Michelle the in cumulative $50,000, donation check for the moving of 1238, that train from Fresno to here. And so that was fun. We had him get up on the train, which who knows if that was kosher or not, but we had him do it anyway.
I got
And,
less than Julianne on that.
Steve, I thought we were interested in that.
Anyway, so that's, yeah, so that was sort of fun. So getting some cool angles, switching it up a little bit. And yeah, that did well. So, yeah. So any questions, any direction, any feedback? Yeah.
Looking at this, if you're looking at just followers, are those new followers when we look at the number on the, on the right-hand side?
For this, like this one in particular?
Yes.
Yes. So that would be cumulative, from this reel alone. And I believe they measure this by, okay, someone watched the reel, they clicked on it, and then their steps immediately after we're going to follow the page.
Okay, well, because I was going to ask the question it seems like almost more serious posts get more followers than the fun posts or the community, that. And I thought, because we work together in the, the real estate office,
Mhm.
the fun posts are the ones getting actually more views. When I was drinking a White Claw, got more exciting. People got more excited about that at an RPS
Yeah.
than it was when we were showing them a house type of thing.
Yeah.
And it seems like the opposite here. It seems like if we're highlighting an open house or a new shop going in or something like that, we're getting more followers than if we're doing something fun. Am I reading too much into it or over?
No, I think there's some good points that you're bringing up. And I think it sort of also stems down to who the audiences are that are following those pages and maybe the type of content that they like. And so that goes back to knowing your audience and your demographic that's following you. And we can talk about the RPS stuff. We can dive into that, another time, of course. But I think for Kingsburg downtown, it's generally, it's maybe a little bit younger. And also, I wouldn't say that the fun posts, and I don't want to misspeak for you. Were you saying the fun posts don't do as well here?
They do. That doesn't seem like they do as well as the
serious
ones
ones?
where, we're advertising open ribbon cutting, open houses, new
Yeah, right.
businesses.
Right.
Those seem to have attracted more new followers than the one, of the long-awaited train,
Yeah.
type of thing,
Yeah.
I think too, food outperforms everything. Always food. If there's the first two posts are restaurants, bakeries, they always outperform
Good-
restaurants
good
and
thought.
bakeries.
Very, yeah.
Like
yeah.
that's a kind of apples and oranges metrics because everybody loves bakeries, obviously all of the varieties. And I think the same antique stores can fall in that category. So those are just kind of niche things that maybe not comparable to the next page of the three.
Okay.
Because these are, that's still great. Those views are great. But the other three are like exceptional. They're above the norm.
Mhm. And that's a good point, Amanda. Yeah, it's maybe a little bit more challenging to sell, not to pick on Teresa, but it's a little bit more challenging, or Steve, for that matter, for real estate. It's a little bit more challenging to sell education or finances or
Serving.
selling a home that is, for one, you have a smaller demographic looking into those things, where food is something that we all can eat and go to, and or even clothes can be probably a challenge to sell too in that
Yeah,
regard.
because it's a unique market.
It's a unique
person.
market.
But
Yeah.
everybody loves to drive and grab a sweet treat.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
common.
And so that's sort of the balance, we talk about this a lot, but the balance with Kingsburg downtown is representing all of our service industries, but at the same time, we're really trying to grow the page and, that's where sort of our, the food, some of the retail is doing that heavy lifting. And the events as well. The events are a big part of that, which, I was going to talk about after this, but,
Although
Then-
Quinn, I was gonna, we talk a lot about how does everybody feel represented by the bid? I mean, I think that's like, I think I beat that drum.
Yeah.
Like every
It's
month,
important.
probably you guys are like, send her away. But could we do some, like, did you know kind of, I mean, the right way to do it. I
yeah,
don't-
yeah. No, you're
Uh,
good.
some of the businesses that we have that are more professional businesses, because maybe by chance somebody is looking for an accountant or a financial advisor or
Yes.
even, a hair salon, whatever, we do have a lot of businesses down here. And I just always worry that, and I'm a retail person, so, but I think that, if there's some way we could highlight some of those a little bit more often, that way.
Yeah,
it's not-
completely.
We're just focusing on, those of us. And I mean, I don't know, maybe they don't get a lot of views or whatever, but I still feel like,
Still important.
yeah, I
Yeah.
still feel like
Mhm.
we need to keep in mind that people like Teresa, you never know, you might get a new customer, somebody.
Well, and
Client.
I think it could almost be marketed as a one-stop shop. You
Yeah.
can, you can park your car in Kingsburg and walk 3 blocks and have financial advice. You can do banking, you can look at real estate, you can buy clothes, you can buy food, you can take home treats, it's a one-stop,
Right.
I hate staying in a hotel where I can't get, coffee in the morning, I have to walk down to the street to,
Agreed.
and
Mhm.
this within a 3 block, and maybe we need to market some of that it's a one-stop shop, it's like, hey, we have it all,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and another thing to consider is some businesses, you get one client and that's huge because of what that represents. Maybe retail that has a lot of smaller, like the bakery, you can go in and spend $3 or $5 and they need a lot of clients every day. But someone like me, I don't need, a couple of new clients a week or a month is great for me. So keeping that in perspective too.
Yeah.
Completely.
If, maybe the other businesses, like the offices don't get that much, but getting 1 or 2 clients every few months for them is probably
Yeah.
equivalent to getting 10 new retail clients.
Yeah, no, completely. And the good thing is, I currently have a video filmed for one of our service businesses that will be posted here shortly. The other idea that I had, sort of going off of what you were saying and tying in the service to the retail food, is I want to do some videos where, hey, Teresa's here, she does financial services. Teresa, what's your favorite food business or shopping activity in Kingsburg, to sort of loop those two things together? So like a short and sweet video like that. Yeah. Or for the hair salon. So there's definitely ways to do that. And I think if we're all moving forward with the understanding that, okay, yes, those service businesses, we may not see that same reach and engagement that we do with our other posts if we're moving forward with that in mind, but we're just doing it for the sake of representing them and showing their faces. I think if we're good with that, we can do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
I went to Channel 30 with Chamber, when they asked me what's going on downtown, I included, we have professional services.
Mhm.
And you can come have professional services with that hometown small feel. Like they're gonna value you a little bit more. I tried to
Yes.
tag, and I think it's
Oh, that's good.
it's on our board to continue to push that so that the folks that are in the professional offices within this district know that we do think about them
Mhm.
and we do want to push them forward. So,
Yeah, completely.
Yeah.
Completely. Yeah, we know we will move forward continuing to do that. Yeah. The last thing I was going to talk about were events, and this is good info for the chamber, which I'm sure Lauren and her social team, they've sort of understood now at this point. But even though they're not bid specific events, mostly they're chamber events, we really get a lot of engagement preceding the event, during the event, and after, as long as we're marketing before, during, and after doing that recap video. So I definitely encourage you guys, and I think you've basically been doing that. But that's a really good way to boost followers. People love coming into town and seeing those things. So, yeah, Any other questions or statements? Okay.
Great. No, it's good
Good.
stuff.
Okay, awesome. Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much.
I will relinquish.
No, you're good. You're good. Keep going.
Future agenda items that anybody would like to see on the agenda for this is June, July
July.
meeting. July meeting.
Are we gonna be here? Okay. I know usually the first week of July is, sometimes we're out of town on July. So I'm just wondering if we'll have a quorum on that week. I'll be here.
here.
Okay, cool.
I have no idea.
Me neither. Me neither. I'm like, I don't know
I would
yet. That's
like-
a whole month away.
Yeah. that's-
Fine.
My only, for future agenda items, and Lord might be able to answer this, when is the Crayfish Festival?
September 20 something.
It's the third weekend in September. Whatever date that is.
19th.
Yes, third weekend in September.
September 19th?
Yes.
That will be fine.
Because that is actually our next large downtown event. Of course, we have summer band concerts, which is out of our area. And the 3rd of July, which is at the high school, which is out of our area. But as far as us being directly involved in what I consider a large event, it would be the Crayfish Festival. And I think the chair will reach out to the chamber and offer our assistance as we do every year. But I think we need to keep our members informed that, when we send out something, maybe that, be aware of the Crayfish Festival. There will be some street closures, there will be some activities happening and, that could affect you and could also benefit you type of thing. So
Mhm.
we can make sure that's on the agenda. Okay. Nothing else on that. Any board member reports? I'm not as sure what assignments were handed out. I can't remember, but we can
I have
go.
one to chime in.
Yes.
The fire department came in, they probably came in
Yes.
to all of your businesses. They're doing citywide business inspections. And when they came in, they chatted with me a little bit about fire education in businesses and offered to, or stated that they can come in to meetings like ours and do some education for businesses about bringing up to code, what they can do to help businesses prevent any type of fire issues. So I told them I would pass that along to the board, that they could come in and do that kind of stuff. They have like a team that does education.
Okay.
Anybody else have anything to report? Any board members? Anything else for the good of the cause?
Mm.
With that,